Criminal Minds, Evolution, What Happened to Voit and more questions for Season 18. Criminal Minds, Evolution ended its 17th season with the BAU celebrating while elsewhere, one of its major characters was in a life-or-death situation, but his fate isn't too up in the air. Rather, we're left with questions about what led to that ending for Voit, Zach Gilford, and what it means going forward. And thanks to TV Insider's interview with showrunner Erica Messer, we also have some teases about what to expect in Season 18, including which agents will be at the center of the trauma, after Joe Mantegna's Rossi, then Paget Brewster's Prentice were in 16 and 17, which just leaves us with more questions. Plus, what about that agent's sibling that was mentioned in the finale? Below, we take a look at those and more burning questions for Season 18. Criminal Minds, Evolution, Season 18, TBA, Paramount+. What happened to Voit? In the Season 17 finale, Voit, in general population under his birth name Lee Duvall, was identified as a serial killer by fellow inmates, attacked, and stabbed. His fate was unknown, but Messer promised that he's part of the show for all of next season. We have so many fun options at the end of that finale and questions of, who are these people? Is it just a random attack on a guy in the laundry room? No. And what was Voigt's hand in any of that, she shared. Voight setting that up for some nefarious purpose does seem very possible. We can't help but wonder if Rossi may have had some involvement in what happened, perhaps just letting slip in some way who Voit really is, and according to the showrunner, that is definitely a working theory. What kind of trauma will JJ and Lewis be put through next season? While Messer admitted that as planning for Season 18 begins, it's everybody who seems to be going through trauma. JJ, AJ Cook, and Lewis, Aisha Tyler, have really big stories this season. I would say working our way down the call sheet. And this will be coming after the finale revealed that Lewis and Rebecca, Nicole Paquette, got back together. There'll be some surprises this season in that world, Messer promised. Meanwhile, Season 17 saw JJ learn about BAU Gate, a site on the dark web with deep-faked porn images of herself. Will her trauma be related to that? Speaking of, how will BAU Gate continue to affect JJ? We did consider it one of the most, if not the most, disturbing storylines of the series. It took a bit for JJ and Prentice, who had known about it and hadn't told her friend, to discuss it, but they did eventually clear the air. And it's not something that can just go away, after all, once something's on the internet. It will be alive in the same way that a horrible attack like that is always there. It's always something that happened to you and it's always something you're afraid of, said Messer. She told Prentice, I'm afraid that one of my kids' friends is going to see it. And so that fear is still a part of her this season because that happened to her. And even though we hope it's been stopped, as this show has said over and over, once it's out there, it's hard to rein it in.